Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, please consider subscribing so that you get notified of future videos when we post. Like this video so that it can help as many people as possible. If you are looking to download stuff, there are links in the description box below. Visit those blogs and see if you cannot find what you're looking for. Then you can always come back and leave a request, and I'll try my best to look for what you need. So let's get into today's video. Today we are looking at 7 points, 7 rules that you probably need to be a successful scalper. Before I became a swing trader, I was actually a good scalper. And here is some of the things that I actually learned during my years scalping. I do scalp here and there, especially when I'm trading indices, but when it comes to forex now, I am mainly a swing trader. But here are things that I found helped me a lot during my years as a scalper, and hopefully they can also help you with your scalping. So first of all, understand that being a scalper means you are scalping. And what is scalping? Is basically taking quick profits, quick small profits. And the essence of it is you are always looking for opportunities to take quick small profits. That is important that you understand that you are going to be in the market probably for a minute, or for 2 minutes, or for 5 minutes. When you go beyond 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, now you are no longer scalping. You are no longer scalping. You are leaving the realm of scalping. So you are probably holding trades even for one candle, probably for one candle or for a few seconds, for 1 minute, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, but you get the point. What you're targeting is very small movements. Maybe if you go on the minute chart. Okay, this is Euro USD. See what is happening here. So if you were scalping, you probably would have bought here and probably just lasted this 1 minute candle, and you're out. You don't worry about everything else. You probably collect your few pips and you're out. You just enter here, you're out. Next candle, if you found it favorable, you buy again here and quickly you're out. That's basically what scalping is about. So you need to understand that it's a game of getting in and getting out very fast. Don't try to hold your trades for more than 5 minutes, more than 10 minutes. Then you are no longer scalping. So that's the first rule. The first rule is you are getting in fast and you are getting out fast. Look at that, it's now looking like it's reversing. You are getting in fast and you are getting out fast. That's the first rule of scalping, and it does well on the 1 minute, 5 minute, maybe 15-minute time frame, but 1 minute, 5 minute time frame is what you want to be using. So the second rule is you want to be able to determine what works for you. Probably in terms of time, in terms of sessions. You probably want to choose whether you're going to be scalping the Asian session, the London session, the New York session, or are you probably going to just scalp the New York session and the London session and the New York session? You are basically zeroing down on what works for you. You cannot just be random when you're scalping. You cannot be just random. You need to have set rules how you are going to be doing your scalping. So you are zeroing down on probably the times that you are going to be in the market. Obviously, you want to target the times when there is so much volatility in the market. So the London session and the New York session tend to have enough volatility, enough movement for you to do your scalping. The Asian session is usually just quiet, so I wouldn't scalp the Asian session, but I'm not saying it cannot be done. It can be done. Then you probably also want to think about pairs. You want to think about pairs. Don't try to scalp all the 28 pairs that are offered by your broker, or all the 100 pairs that are offered by your broker. You want to zero in on one pair that you think can make you a lot of money. For example, the GBP pairs. The GBP pairs, they move. GBP pairs, London session, those pairs, they move. So you probably, instead of trying to trade Euro NZD or some funny currency, you aim for GBP USD, GBP JPY, GBP something else, because those pairs move, and you trade that currency only until you grow, you are fed up with it, or until you realize probably there's another pair that is better returns than the one that you are trading. So second rule is find your edge, zero in on the times that you want to trade, and only trade one pair. Find a pair that moves the way you love and only trade that pair. Don't look at everything else. Don't worry about everything else that is happening elsewhere, that is happening with other pairs. Don't worry about those ones. Just focus on that one pair and just scalp it. Third point is risk management. You need to know when to get out, and you need to know, depending on the size of your account, how much to risk. Because you're scalping, you are probably going to enter with bigger lot sizes, because you're only aiming for a few pips. So you need bigger lot sizes. So it's important that you understand when it's time to just get out of that losing trade, in case it continues to go against you and you lose your account. So you need to understand risk management, know when to get out. Even when you are start taking losses, we all take losses. You need to have rules. I think I once did a video on when to know when to just get out of the market. I think I'll find the video and I'll link it in the description box below. But generally, if you probably have a rule that if you have 10 consecutive losses within an hour or within a short period of time, maybe it's time to call it quits for the day. And if you have maybe 2 days during your trading week, 2 days consecutive losses, you probably just call the week off. So have an idea of risk management. How are you going to approach risk management? Then the fourth point is you need to find a broker with very tight spread. I cannot emphasize this. For example, you can see with my broker here, their spread, it's quite spaced out. I think it's more than 1 pip, but there are brokers that offer way less spread. So you need to use a broker that offers tighter spreads and low commissions, low fees and stuff like that, because you want to try as much as possible to squeeze every cent out of the market. You are trying to squeeze every cent out of the market. So you don't want to pay so much money on spread, on fees, on commissions and things like that. You don't need that. You are a scalper. The scalper, you are trying to squeeze every cent out of the market. So that's what you do. Find a broker with very tight spread and low commissions, low fees. The fifth point will be your mental state. I think somebody once said that everyone can be a broker, because a trader, everyone can be a trader, because you just simply have to click buy, click sell. But to be the trader, you need to be a person who is psychologically fit. It has to do with psychology. So you need to be in a mental state for scalping, because it's tough. So you need to know when you're exhausted. You need to know when something is happening with your life that you are not able to focus. Things that interfere with your focus, things that interfere with your concentration. If there's too much noise around you and you cannot perform when there's noise around you, then it means you need to move away and find a quiet space where you can do your scalping. If a lot is happening in your life at the moment and you are not in that mental state to be trading, then don't, because you're going to just blow your account. So it's important that you understand your mental state, and understand that you also need to make time to rest, because scalping, you are probably going to take 100 trades a day. So you need to determine or to set a time where you say after London session or after New York session, you're just closing your charts. Even when you see opportunities, even when there are still opportunities, the thing is that the market will always be there. The market will always be there. But are you going to be there? That's the question. The market is always going to be there, but are you going to be there? So you need to look after your mental state. You need to look after yourself. Scalping means a lot of concentration, a lot of trades. Is exhaustive. It's exhaustive. So when you feel exhaustion, just close your charts and call it a day. The sixth point is trends. Scalping also does well with trends. If you find that for example with Euro USD here, and how I would do it is I would go on the 4 hour to find my trend. 4 hour and 1 hour, 4 hour and 1 hour to find my trade and my points of support and resistance. You see major zones of supply and demand, as well as my trend. So I would use the 4 hour and the 1 hour to give me an idea of direction, my bias. Then from there you can drop down to the 5 minute or the 1 minute, whatever rocks your boat, but at least you know that you are in the direction of the market. So you need to have your bias. If you are in an uptrend, I think only scalp with buys. If you are in a downtrend, only scalp with sells. At least if your scalps are wrong, you can easily turn them into longer trades. At least if your scalps are wrong, you can turn them into longer trades. Then targets. Concerning targets, I would say this is rule number 7. You say target between 5 and 20 pips. 5 and 20 pips. I'm saying 5 because probably is the lowest one. taking consideration of spread and things like that. So I would say because it's a quick getting in, quick getting out game, you want to the moment you see good enough profit, get out, even when it's within one candle. Sometimes it's within one candle. For example, this candle, this long candle, sometimes it's within one candle, sometimes maybe it's within a couple of candles. But if it's not within a candle, or it's within a couple of candles, just to be uniform, probably set yourself a target for 5 pips to 15 pips or 20 pips per trade. 5 pips to 20 pips per trade. Get in, get out, don't look back. That's what scalping is about. That's what scalping is about. So I hope these rules help you with your scalping. I used to do it, and I've changed it up concerning when I'm trading forex. I'm now mostly a swing trader, but it doesn't mean that you cannot scalp if you've got the time for it and the mental aptitude for it. You can actually make money with it. So just to recap, rule number 1, understand that you are getting in and getting out fast. Rule number 2, find what works for you. Is it New York session? Is it Asian session? Is it London session? And pairs, is it the GBP USD? Is it Euro USD? Is it gold? Is it which pair are you going to be just scalping? You cannot scalp 2 pairs a time or 5 pairs a time. You need 1 pair to concentrate on. Number 3, we said risk management. Know when to get out, know when to take a loss. Know when to get out and know when to take a loss. Number 4, we said find a broker with tight spreads and low fees and low commissions, because you want to squeeze as much profit out of the market. Number 5, we said understand that you need to have the mental aptitude. So when you're exhausted, or when there are things that are happening in your life which means you are not concentrating, don't scalp, don't trade, stay away from the market, you just lose your money. Number 6, we said determine your bias. Determine your bias. Are you going to be scalping going up, or are you going to be going down, or are you going to be trading both ways? Determine your bias. Number 7, we said targets. I said I will target between 5 pips and 20 pips, not more than that. Easily, if you are going beyond 20 pips, then you are no longer scalping. You are now taking day trading, or you are going into the realm of trying to be a swing trader. So yeah, that's it about scalping. Like this video, subscribe if you are not yet subscribed. Until next time, bye.